UNFCCC Technology Mechanism AI for Climate Action Award ceremony. My name is João Sousa, and I serve as Executive Director of Climate Change AI and have the pleasure of serving in the jury of this award. Today, I want to highlight this award is hosted by the UNFCCC Technology Executive Committee and CTCN in partnership with the Korean International Cooperation Agency, KOICA, and in collaboration with the COP30 Presidency and Enterprise Neurosystem. Today, you will hear more about this award, about the objectives and the impact it is trying to achieve. You will hear from several representatives of these organizations that I mentioned, as well as have a chance to see the finalists of the solutions that were proposed through this challenge, as well as hear from the award winner that will be here today to even expand more on the work she's doing. Without further ado, I would invite Drita Opelt, Chair of UNFCCC Technology Executive Committee, to the lectern to give us an introduction about the award. Thank you.
A global open source AI competition that aims to identify and promote impactful climate solutions using the power of AI for effective adaptation and mitigation action in particularly least developing countries, LDCs, and small island development states. This award is part of the efforts of the UNFCCC Technology Mechanism initiative on AI for climate action, launched in 2023. I think it is, as a tech, we are fully convinced that technology, and this includes in particular also AI, is a key lever, a solution to the climate challenge. We also fully recognize that technology basically will amplify the solutions for mitigation adaptation. And also we would like to highlight the role of the technology mechanism in bringing that forward. So this award, this year, the UNFCCC Technology Mechanism conducted the award in partnership with KOICA, as already mentioned, and in collaboration with the COP30 Presidency and Enterprise Neurosystems. I would like to give you a brief snapshot of the process of this inspiring award this year. We received an outstanding 600 submissions, with 260 submissions from LDC and SIDS. Innovations and solutions submitted spanned a wide range of topics covering early warning systems, agriculture and food systems, education, awareness raising, water, energy, buildings and infrastructure, and more. Amazingly, the number of submissions have increased around 5-fold since the first iteration of this competition hosted by the tech last year. So this is a great success. The number of submissions from SIDS and LDCs has increased by more than 12-fold. So this is an even greater success. We are inspired by and encouraged by this increasing participation and the rich diversity of ideas and innovators represented in this year's competition. All entries were carefully evaluated by a panel of 8 experts, as you can see here on the screen. 10 outstanding submissions made it to the second round, and they were all, and this is a complete highlight again, female-led teams. For these 10 selected teams, we were able to provide tailored training to help them effectively share their story. highlighting the context, technical innovations, and real-world impact to their solutions. I would like to express my appreciation for the support provided by the Digital Public Goods Alliance Secretariat in form of training on digital public goods and for the semi-finalists, and for the support provided by Enterprise Neurosystems in helping the finalists prepare for their live pitch sessions. The award winner was selected through multiple rounds of assessment, including written submissions, video recordings, and live pitch as shown in the timeline here. I would like to sincerely thank our distinguished judges for their generous contribution of time and expertise to this award. Allow me to acknowledge each of them by name in no particular order. Professor Chilichi Marwala, Rector of the United Nations University, Undersecretary General of the United Nations. Dr. Letitia Edison, Lecturer and Research of the University of West Indies, St. Augustine Campus, and the winner of AI Innovation Climate Change hosted by the Tech last year. Dr. Gerald Majello Kafuku, Manager of Innovation and Technology at the Tanzania Commission for Science and Technology. Dr. J.G. Choi, Chief Technology Officer of the DI Lab, Inc. Dr. Maria João Sousa, Executive Director of Climate Change AI, our distinguished moderator today. Liv Marte Nordhaug, Chief Executive Officer of the Digital Public Goods Alliance Secretariat, and Bill Wright, Chair of the founder of the Enterprise Neurosystems. I am pleased to introduce our remarkable finalist teams, each of them female-led, as mentioned, and displayed here on the screens. You will soon hear their powerful stories and the innovation solutions they have brought forward, but allow me to briefly introduce them. Tehilia and her team have come up with an AI-powered platform that helps farmers in LDCs making climate-smart decisions. Hannah and her team has worked on an SMS-based smart farming assistant for rural smallholder farmers. Karine and her team solution aims to bridge the climate mobility data gap in East Africa. And Alicia and her team, who have claimed the winner's award for this year's competition, have come up with an AI-based farming and irrigation for resilience platform. Congratulations to you, Alicia. You will hear more about these in their own words. To conclude, I'd like to echo the powerful words of UN Climate Change Executive Secretary Simon Steele, who reminds us that the AI for Climate Action Award is a genuine effort to accelerate climate action through the power of people and technology, supporting bold ideas in adaptation and mitigation. I would like to thank our partners and esteemed panel of judges again, and also congratulate the inspiring participants, the outstanding semi-finalists and finalists, and our brilliant winner, Alicia, and her team for their enthusiasm, innovation, and leadership and vision. The technology mechanism remains steadfast in its commitment to advance responsible and effective use of AI for accelerated climate action where it is needed the most. Thank you all.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for this great introduction. We will now proceed to watch the videos of the selected finalists. So we will see 4 of the videos of the solutions that were presented. We will start with the one from the team Karine Moakitalu, that is AI-powered climate mobility data collection tool for mapping migration flows for adaptation, and it's a project based in Tanzania. It should be coming on the screens. Apologies for the delay. We are having some technical difficulties.
Across Tanzania's refugees camp near Rugusu and the Dar es Salaam coastal region, climate change.
We have sound but no video.
What is the climate wet trust challenge?
Across Tanzania's refugees camp near Rugusu and the Dar es Salaam coastal region, climate change is not a distant threat, it's a daily reality. Floods, land degradation, and shifting migration patterns are uprooting families and challenging livelihoods. By harnessing the power of AI, data, and community partnerships, we are building Africa where no one is left behind by climate change. Together, we can turn data into action and action into hope.
Our data platform is a source accessible to all stakeholders. Our project bridges the climate mobility data gap using cutting-edge geospatial technology, AI, and machine learning. We've developed an open-source data collection tool integrating drone imagery, remote sensing, and AI-powered transcription and translation. This enables real-time multilingual data collection from even the most remote and marginalized communities, including women, youth, and persons with disabilities. In just the first phase, we engaged over 200 individuals across the most affected districts, generating detailed geospatial maps and assessing land degradation use parameters like land cover transitions, soil carbon, and productivity. Our annual report shows that we've already mapped 43.42% degraded land, trained over 750 women in eco-friendly practices, and empowered 120 women fishers in Dar es Salaam. Our AI-driven translation feature breaks language barriers, ensuring every voice is heard and every story is counted. We collect robust, gender disaggregated data on health, livelihoods, and migration. Policymakers, humanitarian actors, and local leaders now have actionable insights to drive land restoration practices, sustainable agriculture, as well as strategic climate adaptation planning. Climate mobility is a transformative adaptation solution, and we refuse to leave the displaced behind. Every journey is a right, every life is valuable, every voice a force, and every data point a fire that purges the Africa we want.
Round of applause for the first of our finalists. Now, moving on to another of the selected finalists, Team Hannah Rhoda from Climate Crop AI Smart Climate Resilient Farming Assistant from Uganda. I believe their slide will show up on their video as well.
Climate Crop AI is like a trusted farming buddy for smallholder farmers. It uses smart AI trained on soil, local climate, and crop data. It sends super useful tips straight to your phone via SMS. Just send a simple text and receive tailored advice, things like when to plant, how to deal with pests, or even what to do with a changing climate. It works on basic phones, so it is super easy and affordable to use. We're aiming for a 20-30% better crop yield, smarter resource utilization, and real results in tackling climate challenges. It's all about giving farmers tools to make confident, data-driven decisions and grow stronger, no matter what weather throws their way.
This is Amina, a smallholder farmer. For years, she has depended on her land to feed her family, but climate change has shifted the seasons. Rains no longer come on time, and her crops wither before they can grow. With every harvest lost, hunger grows in her home, and even her marriage is strained under the weight of survival. But Amina's story doesn't have to end in despair. With Climate Crop AI, a simple SMS on her phone becomes a lifeline. This smart assistant uses local climate, soil, and crop data to give her real-time advice: what to plant, when to irrigate, and how to protect her crops. No internet, no smartphones, just simple, accessible messages. In just one season, her yields improve with 20 to 30% more harvest. Amina can feed her family, reduce conflict at home, and sell the extra crops for income. She is no longer surviving, she is thriving. Climate Crop AI is more than technology. It is resilience, hope, and a future where farmers like Amina rise stronger against climate change. Climate Crop AI, empowering farmers one message at a time.
Impressive work. Our next finalist is Team Tahila Mwenda with the project AgriDream AI-powered agriculture climate resilience from Zambia. And we will cue to the video in a second.
Imagine holding soil in your hands and realizing it can no longer feed your family. For millions of smallholder farmers in Africa, this is not an imagination, it's a reality. Climate change turns fertile ground into dust, and every lost harvest means hunger, poverty, and lost hope. In Zambia, farmers are fighting this battle using guesswork. They don't know whether the rain will come, if the soil is strong enough to hold their crops, or what crops they can grow within the harsh weathers. This is why at Blockchain Climate Solutions, we created AgriDream, an AI-powered platform that converts a simple soil photo into actionable knowledge. It not only analyzes soil health, it predicts drought patterns using local climate data. It's an interactive platform where farmers can upload their pictures and receive instant feedback and guidance, even in their local languages. Whether you're using a phone, a shared devices, AgriDream makes AI accessible to everyone. With AgriDream, farmers don't just survive climate change. They plant more, harvest more, and reduce reliance on harmful chemical fertilizers while cutting down carbon emissions. The future of climate action is not just about reacting to crisis, it's about predicting, preventing, and leading the way into climate resilience. And with AgriDream, that future starts now.
Yeah. more inspiring work. I would definitely want all of us to thank all the finalists for their inspiring open source digital public good solutions that are creating impact in their communities, but can create even more impact in other places. So I think we will show later on a slide that will have their contact information. So definitely encourage people to reach out to them and learn more about their solutions. And now, without further ado, we will introduce the video of the award winner for the AI for Climate Action Award. The team Alisa Luangrath, AI-based smart farming and irrigation system to enhance climate resilience in the Lao People's Democratic Republic.
What if a farmer trust challenge, unpredictable weather, could become their greatest advantage? In Sawanakhet Lao PDR, the future of farming is arriving. Farmers in Lao PDR experience the severe water scarcity by long dry seasons and uncertain rains. However, most fields are lack of reliable irrigation monitoring system. Farmer livelihoods have been at the mercy of the changes of climate, with limited access to the water for the harvest. I and my team, we propose a smart AI-based farming and irrigation for resilience as a new initiative by our integrated watershed management institute. The project applies a smart and low-cost water sensors and a powerful AI driven with soil moisture data to give them exactly the water their crops needs with the scheduled irrigation. Our system combines the real-time field data with the data climate information service, which use the global models to forecast the drought months in advance. These data results will be advised by applications SNS in Lao language support, and data will monitor through our monitoring platform by water user associations and technicians. My team member who together invented this system, Dr. Chipilto, with more than 10 years experience in climate service and agriculture technology in South Korea. The project empowers farmers with higher, more stable incomes and provides the water user associations and the Lao governments with the data for sustainable management, building resilience for the entire communities and contributing directly to the sustainable development goal in Lao PDR.
Yeah. Thank you, and a big round of applause to our winner, Alisa Luangrath.
What if the farmer trust challenge, unpredictable weather, could become their great?
I will invite Alisa to the podium to tell us a bit more about our project.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Maria. So first of all, I'm very grateful and be really honored to be here on the stage today to present about my solutions and being represented at the winning awardee from the AI for Climate Actions Award 2025 this year. And also maybe my great honor and thankful to the UNFCCC and also CTCN and the corporations as a partner of the KOICA for opening the door of these opportunities. So my solutions today, I'm here to talking about the future where technologies empowers the most vulnerable communities in Laos to drive the climate change through our smart AI-based farming and irrigations for resilience. So maybe next slide, please. Yes, as we know, like the world global of the climate issue today is very devastating things and very huge the issues, and also in Laos, the climate laws right now is changing. Like we are facing a longer drought and also the unexpected floods from the Mekong rivers and also the others rivers as well. And also for the countries where the farmers and where the people relies on their lands for their livelihoods and also supporting their families. So there is it's not just the headline, it's the issues real that happens for the food, the income, and the future. And next slide, please. So that's the idea on the area for our solutions. It's first in the Sawanakhet, the Kosawanakhet, in the middle of Laos. It's where one of the most vulnerable and largest of the agricultural hub that was even gathering in here. And this is increasingly vulnerable due to the climate change. And previously, the flood and droughts have been taking a toll of the people of the local livelihood, which is about 70% of the people's daily lives. They are the farmers, they are the agricultural sectors, and also, however, like these farmers, only 20% of them, they were assessed to the form of the irrigations and mostly daily lighting on the lanes, which is no longer like expected to come. And these uncertainties that cause the national economic of the GDP loss to up to 2% annually. So next slide. Yeah. So that's why I come with our solutions. There's the smart AI-based farming and irrigation for resilience. So there is the AI models that collecting the data and to be released under the open sources where the present code specifically through the GitHub to encourage the mostly for the transparency and the corporations. Oh, yeah, maybe the previous slide, yeah. And not finished it just, thank you. And or the code-based data, especially for the groundwater forecasting, the soil moisture data, and the irrigation schedule will be fully assessed for the reuse and improvement depending on the local communities. And these data will be monitoring from the local government as well, and also be assessed by the local, the data will be assessed by the technicians, and also the guidelines for the Lao farmers through the smartphone platform for the Lao language. So basically, as you see on the slide, our solutions, it's comprising the three pillars. First, is the establishment of the infrastructure of the hardware, which including the soil moisture sensor, the groundwater sensors, and also the weather station. And after that, the development of the information processing unit, which be related to the software with the model of AI. So first, we produced on the short term and long term of the seasonal forecast, and then we analyze the data from the soil moisture by using the long and short term memory AI model, and then the forecasting for the groundwater availability using the AI as well. And then after that, the third one is we develop based on the user interface. By first and through the smartphone based on Lao chatbot for irrigation scheduling and a guideline. And then we also plan to have the capacity building manager governments at the community level through the monitoring platform. Yes, and next slide. So this slide is very important because it's gonna tell you the story of us, like how we came so far, and then what's our next future planning. So this is our overall concept. First is the data collections. Sorry for that. It's the animations. So it's going to be continuously. So first is about the data collections system, including the hardware. So you're going to see on the blue box and the software on the purple box. So for the hardware, including the soil moisture sensor and the groundwater sensors and the weather station sensor that I talked previously. And then for the purple box is the software, we already have on the short-term forecasting and mid and long-term forecasting may be produced. And then this data collection system, we go through the AI data analysis, and that's also for sorry for the meaning. I think it's technical some things issues. It's not my bit here. Yeah, and also like for our drought warming, which is collecting from the seasonal forecasting, we will go through the data will be combined with the groundwater data and soil data to for the irrigation guideline for 10 days for the farmers and 3 months for the managers, which means the managers for the local communities. So all of these informations and guidelines will be supporting us or will be analyzed through the AI database, and then maybe you can click until the end. And then all of these data will be finally into the user interface, which firstly is a smartphone, a platform, and the second is the monitoring platform. So yes, as you can enter the end. Yes, this is the early stage that we already completed, and then for like the line that this is the ideal stage. So which means we already implemented for the early stage and then implemented all of our solutions there. And then for the AI data, we on the development. Yes, and then next slide, please. Yes, as I mentioned earlier, that's all the details a little bit for our early stage, which including the software and the hardware. The hardware, like all the sensors, we implemented through our monitoring platform. We got the data, and then through our IoT networking. So we use the solar powder, which means we reduce costs and then efficiency for our effective sensors. So we're trying to reduce the cost for that. So this is the sample for, if you see on the on-site installations, like on the slide. So this is the real installations that we already implemented, and yeah, and other monitoring platform through our data. And for the website, it's we already produced the data for the seasonal forecasting using like the multi-scale. So we seamless the multi-scale by using the high resolutions of the grid beds data. And then we categorize the countries, for example, in Laos that we already have for the casting for 10 days and also like 3 months in advance. So that's we already completed. And then the next step, next slide, please. Yeah, that's it. So this is what we plan to implement for the AI. Firstly, for the data, we separated into the seasonal forecasting, and the second is the soil moisture sensor, and then groundwater sensors by using the AI on a different stage. For example, the soil moisture sensors is the long and short-term memory for the forecasting, and also the groundwater availabilities of how can we use AI for adopting the forecasting as well. And then or of the informations we are trying to put the AI for analyze and then give the farmers on the smartphone by the applications through the Lao language chatbot as well. And then for the local developers and the managers through the monitoring platform. So which means we target in the two groups. And next slide, please. Yes, of course, our AI, we are committed. Our commitment is the transparency, which means the AI will be open sources, which means others can be accessed as well, especially our partners, our partners from Laos and Korea. We can sharing, and then we can develop our data sources, especially for Lao developers. They can adapt and then reuse for that. And then second, is we forget things on the privacy, which means all the data of the farmers and even it's private. And then we make sure that the human in the loop, which means even if like we give them the advice, so the final decision is depending on the farmers. So it's not the forcing meant for the farmer as well. So we give them the guidelines based on our data and technical stuff. So next slide, please. Yes, this is the user interface demo. So for the after the data for our developers based on the AI developments. So the data for the irrigation schedule guideline will be give to the platform on the applications. As you can see here, there is a sample for how the application is going to be look like. And then for the manager as well, they can be monitored through the monitoring platform and also the data result from the seasonal forecasting. Supposed to be, so yes, right this. So above is the IoT monitoring platform and below it's the forecasting. Yes, next slide, please. And of course, this idea and these solutions, we're trying to implement it for the pilot scale on the 3 villages. So it will be affected for the 500 families of the farmers. And then we're supporting the capacity building of the authorities, supporting the women participations, smaller farmers, and also to boosting the sustainable farming. And these solutions also support the target of the UN Sustainable Development Goals of the SDG 2, 6, and like 13. So that's our output, I could say. And yeah, next slide, please. Yes, this is let me introduce a bit about my team. So we comply on me, and also the right side is the developer from my South Korean teams for the experts and the AI and agriculture monitoring. So we are working together. And then the right side is from Laos. So we, as the partner, we gained the partner from the South Korean experts and with the expert from Laos as well. So we are the tight collaborations with the Ministry of Agriculture and Environment of Laos, and also the professors from National University of Laos. So we got together, we have different backgrounds, but we're trying to put all the data with the collaborations of the certain local communities. Yes, this is all my presentations. And then that's the solution that I hope it's gonna be more further scale up, not only in Laos, but also in the LDC and SID country as well. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'll now invite to the stage Sophie de Koning, Director of Means of Implementation Division at the UN Climate Change Secretariat.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Good afternoon. again, it's really my great pleasure to be here to share the award with the winning team. But first, I would like to congratulate and thank you very much for the presentation. It's really impressive to see the innovation, the vision, the commitment, and also to see the potential in the solution that you have presented. It's really also a concrete example we've seen from the other also panelists, but a concrete example here of how digital innovation can strengthen food and water security and build climate resilient agri-food systems. So I also would like to congratulate and thank the UNFCCC Technology Executive Committee and the Climate Technology Center and Network, together with all the partners that were involved that we've seen earlier, for the successful organization of the AI for Climate Action Award. Thank you very much. And we can see it's the second occurrence of this. It's really an inspiring showcase of technology driving transformation where it's needed most in LDCs and SIDS. And we also can see how the technology mechanism bringing together this policy and implementation arm keeps building momentum for real solutions. So also very impressive, we heard from DTRAM, the number of applicants, 600, 110 countries, and many solutions. Impressive to see the diversity and all the creativity. And it's really already a signal, if we needed one, but another signal, I would say, of how AI is playing a vital role in accelerating both adaptation and mitigation efforts in developing countries, and in particular in SIDS and LDCs. So I would like to thank and express my sincere appreciation to KOICA, which is supporting the AI for Climate Action initiative, which includes this award. So thanking them for their continued and generous support. And indeed, the award is reminding us how when people and technology work together, we can really advance this transition to resilient low-emission societies. So really hope that all the ideas that have come through this process, the 600 ideas, that the tools, that the partnerships will be forged, and that all these efforts will continue, flourish, inspire, and bring more solutions. With this, let's recognize now our winner. I think we have an award to hand over. So, and the winner we've heard, Alisa Luangrath from the Lao PDR for the Sapphire Smart AI-based farming and irrigation for resilience. So please join me to congratulate again, Alisa, with a round of applause.
Okay. Yeah, thank you very much, and congratulations again, Alisa. We'll now open the floor for questions from the audience that you may have for our award winner. Please don't be shy and take this opportunity. I hope there's some mics that can be circulated.
Thank you very much. I also want to join the audience in congratulating you for this achievement. I'm very passionate about technology, and it's good to see such innovations. So for me, the question that I want to ask is, of course, it is always said that behind every success lies some difficulties, of course. What were some of the challenges that you faced whilst implementing this project? And that is very important that we can also learn from. Thank you.
All right. Thank you for your questions, and that's the questions that I've been asking for a long time doing my research and also like our implementations. Actually, the big challenge that at first is about maintenance of our project and our solutions, because mostly when the project implemented in LDC countries, so especially like for Laos, we are trying to, continues after all of the project have been implemented. So mostly, we not only this project, but mostly on the, like the project that was going on. So after the project done, the very difficult thing is about maintenance, how the local communities and the local governments can be hand over to them. So I don't want this solution. It's just like finishing the project for maybe a years or 2 years it's going to be finished, but like it can be implemented for a long term. So that's why one of our teams, we are from the government sectors, we the Ministry of Agriculture and Environment. So we make sure that we have the contribute this capacity building to gain the partnerships and then to lead the governments and also the technicians to access to the data. So which means the technicians and the developers from the South Korea, we're gonna give the capacity buildings on how we can manage the data and stuff through the open sources. So it can be for a long term, they can manage for like the not only like 3 or 5 years, but can be implemented and then scale up furthermore. And this is our idea, and our mostly trying to achieve for the maintenance after all the project was done. So the Lao peoples can access in any times. It's not just like on stop for like 5 years, but it can be for longer, and then we can implement that not only in Sawanakhet that I present, but for the whole countries. So there are big first and our big concern, but like so we trying to achieve this challenge. Yes.
Thank you very much. We are entering the final stretch of the event. Now, next, I would want to appreciate once again the support from the Korea International Cooperation Agency, KOICA, and we will have a video shown from Mr. Young, Vice President of KOICA, to deliver some congratulatory remarks.
Is there
Nobody.
Thank you. Please join me in thanking KOICA for their support. I would now invite Christian Lohberger to the stage, to the podium as well, to give his final remarks as well.
Thank you, Maria, and thank you everyone for the presentations and congratulations especially to Alisa. So I'd just like to close out today's event by sort of remarking on something from my own country and the phrase 10,000 years in a lifetime. It's a grand statement, but it's also the title of the autobiography of Sir Albert Marikiki, who's one of the founding fathers of Papua New Guinea. Sir Albert's choice of title reflected his experience of being born into a remote rural community without writing, electricity, motor vehicles, or even iron roofs, and then his journey to law school, parliament, and eventually becoming a renowned author in the 1960s. He experienced, in his words, 10,000 years of progress in his own life. I was born a few generations after Sir Albert, but have seen this kind of progress even in my own lifetimes, as remote communities without phone lines or electricity have become enlightened by the arrival of solar lights and mobile phone networks. I share these anecdotes to illustrate that with the rapid growth of artificial intelligence and its insertion into many facets of life, the world is experiencing a similar acceleration that Sir Albert would recognise. AI is reshaping and compressing decades of progress into months, and it's only getting faster with today's AI models eclipsing the performance of those from only a few months ago. So it's very inspiring to see the creative and impactful solutions presented here today at the AI for Climate Award. These solutions lean into the ability of AI to accelerate and expand our ability to process data, to learn valuable lessons, and then to apply it in new and innovative ways. SIDS and LDCs have seen and experienced rapid progress in our lifetimes, and it positions us well to adapt and embrace the latest wave of technological change initiated by AI. We have seen AI being used to understand climate-induced migration, in helping governments plan safer, more inclusive adaptation pathways. We've seen smart farming systems that blend local wisdom with machine learning to guide smallholders on when to plant, how to conserve water, and how to protect their soils. We've seen intelligent irrigation models that optimize every drop in water-scarce regions, transforming uncertainty into resilience. As we bring this inspiring event to a close, there is a $1 trillion race for AI dominance between superpowers and mega corporations. But the innovations recognized here today make a different choice. They are open open source, open data, open collaboration. This matters. Openness turns breakthroughs into benefits that can be shared, adapted, and scaled by those who need them most. It aligns the platform of the United Nations with the transformative power of technology to lower barriers and widen opportunity for the betterment of all humanity. Let me also acknowledge with appreciation this tremendous collaboration that made it happen. The Technology Executive Committee, the Climate Technology Centre and Network, the KOICA, the COP30 Presidency and Enterprise Neurosystems for their shared vision and commitment. This award can show what is possible when innovation meets purpose. Let us now carry this momentum forward, ensuring that the AI for climate action remains a movement that leaves no one behind. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you to the Vice Chair of CTCN for giving his final remarks. We will now conclude the session. Thank you for your patience and bearing with us with some of the technical issues that we had. And I would invite everyone from organizers, partners to the stage so that we can take a picture with the winner of the Climate Action AI Climate Action Award. Thank you, everyone.